So we're gonna set up drip irrigation on our garden. So what we do is we have a main line running the length of our garden. And so that spans the whole distance. And we actually have two, one off of that faucet and another one off of this faucet. So this half is on one faucet and one timer. This half is on one faucet and another timer. So coming off of that, we have these little stubs sticking out. And then this is a 3/4 inch garden hose fitting. What size line is this stuff? This is 1/2 inch?
I think it's
5/8. So this whole drip line is 5/8 drip line. You can get it anywhere, any hardware store, and you can get it in as much as you need.
Still over here.
We had a huge roll, and so we just cut it as we need it. So we've got two stubs sticking out for every bed or row that we're gonna plant. Just like that. And then over here too. And the reason that some of the stubs are farther apart than the others are the type of plants you're gonna plant there. So like over here, where these ones are really close together, we have a set of two that are about 1 foot apart and about a 2 foot break, and then another two. This is gonna be onions. Onions only have to be 6 to 8 inches apart. So the row spacing is really tight on those. So our water spigots can be very close together. Once we get over here, where things are a little more spread out, if you're planting, say, tomatoes that are gonna get really big, peppers that are gonna get really big, any type of melon that's gonna get, a vine that's gonna get really large, squash, those are all plants where one plant, what do you need for a squash plant spacing? Like 3 feet?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, just for summer squash, 3 foot spacing. Tomatoes are 18 inches to 2 feet. Our watering lines are further apart because our plants are gonna be further apart because of what they are. And root disbursements. Those really big plants have really big root systems, so they're gonna spread out. So these are all the lines I rolled up last winter. We had a video about it a while back. So I'm gonna start rolling those out and seeing what goes where. So we got some water lines put out, and you have to stake them down. Otherwise in the sun and at night, heating and contracting, they'll move, they'll start rolling on you. So we just stake them down every couple feet. And this is barbless fencing wire, about 1 foot of it and just bent over into a U. And so like right here where the line's gonna be, because we're gonna be pulling on it, I just put one of those in the ground. And we can pull on it, it's not gonna go anywhere. So now the ones that are out, they all have flag drippers on them. This is a flag dripper. You can buy 1/2 gallon up to 3 gallon per hour. And I think it depends on your soil type and plant needs. But we get the 1 gallon per hour ones and buy a huge pack of them, So we got a nice tool case where we keep all of our irrigation stuff. We actually have another one with the bigger fittings. It's always nice to be organized and be able to find things when you need them. All the drippers that are out there from last year, because of sediment from the water or calcium buildup from our hard water, you have to go test every dripper and make sure they're not clogged, or broken. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna charge the line and go crawl along and check every one of them. See the geyser? So that one broke off, so we gotta put a new one. And the way you clear these is they have this flag and you can just twist them. Getting all wet.
That feels good.
It does. And that's what kind of clears them out. But the line's getting pressurized now, so it's really squirting some water. Oh, there's more. There's 2 more broken ones.
Are they broken or are they just missing their top?
I think they're broken off. I'm gonna turn it off.
Aw, come on.
No,
Come on.
no, I am not changing them while they're running.
You don't know how to change them with... Oh, no, not those. I swear with the water on.
Oh, so that one broke off. We can use the same hole, we just have to get, I just push the spike down in there and it'll float downstream and disappear. So we still got the hole. That's the end that goes in. Just like that. And now that one's replaced. So I think we've got 2 more that I saw
Yep.
that were broken. There's one. Come on.
Doesn't want to cooperate.
There it goes. All right, charge it again. See if there's any more broken ones.
This one's leaking.
So it's coming out the bottom instead of the actual dripper. So you just spin that flag around and that breaks up any sediment that's caught in there. And now, you see it, I don't know if you see it in the camera, now there's a nice flow coming out of that one. And then you can see like this one doesn't have any flow. There's nothing coming out of there, so we'll just twist it. Give it some twists, and now we've got a nice flow. Now we're just gonna go do that to every dripper in this whole line. There's gotta be hundreds out here. So we'll just crawl along and do every one.
And clear the end.
And once we get done with that, because sediment builds up at the end of the line, we'll go undo the end of the line and let the water free flow out the end to get any debris that built up in the end of the line out. So this is the end of the line. These lines are just, you cut them and kink them over and you put this little figure 8 guy on there to keep them from water flowing out the end. So I'm just gonna, oop.
Whoa. I saw a lot of dirt come out that.
Yeah, just give it a little, let it flow for just a second. And it might be hard to see in the camera, but when we did that just now, there was a whole bunch of dirt that came out of there. And we'll put that back down, back in there. And we'll do that to everyone. We'll flush the end of every line, check every dripper the whole way. Wish us luck. These flag drippers actually come apart. So there's a little slot, the top rotates over, and you can pull it apart. So sometimes they get so packed full of junk and corroded that merely twisting it in place under pressure doesn't clear everything out. So you just gotta rotate it. You can just I just kind of pop the top off without taking it out, and hold it in my hand and let it flush and then shove it back in and turn it. And that way you don't get soaked like Rachel almost just did. To put a dripper on, I'm gonna use just a scrap piece of tubing. So there's this little punchy tool. You set it over there, just push it. It punches the appropriate hole. So we got our hole there, and you can't really see it because it's pretty tight. And then you just push it in. The garden guru over there can make fun of me, but I use pliers.
I do
You use pliers too?
These ones are really handy. The bigger pliers are typically better than the needlemen. My fingers don't like doing it anymore. It hurts.
So I just grab it by the flag, and then there's the hole, and it just pops in, just like that. The more modern tubing, when you get it, it's very thick walled. So the appropriate punchy tool and putting it in with pliers is the way to go. Trying to grab this little thing and push it in with your fingers, especially if you're doing the initial setup for this. If you got to put in 200 of these, your thumb's gonna fall off. It's gonna be so bruised up from trying to push that thing in. So use the appropriate tools. Where's the cutter? Another tool versus just trying to cut this tubing with a knife or something like that is you can actually buy a tubing cutter, and it's just like that. And you put it in, you're doing the trash can so I don't lose it. And oh, I lost it. I lost it anyway. It makes a nice clean cut. It's nice square, clean cut. And you don't have to worry about stabbing yourself with a knife or something while you're trying to cut it if you got a bunch to cut. The fittings for this system are just a slip-in, almost like a shark bike fitting. So you can just push it on and it's not gonna come off. Super easy. And then if you wanna take it off, you messed it up or something happened, it's got these ears, and you just pull the ears that way, pops right out. Larry got some app on her iPad called Seed Time that she's using to plan the garden. And we don't have our iPad out right now, so we're not gonna put in any more water lines because some of the water lines are very specific to where the plants are gonna go. But one of the key things for a successful garden is consistent watering. The drip system with the timers makes it super easy, convenient, and the initial setup takes a little bit of time, but then you don't have to worry about it. If you think you're gonna go out and just water your garden by hand every day, at least with a garden of our size, it's not gonna happen. And once those plants get really big, they need water in the ground, not on top of them. You can't just spray water on top of them, it'll burn them. So consistent water, successful garden. And drip system with timers makes it to where you don't even have to think about it. You only got to think about it the day you set it up. Maybe you have to change the batteries on the timers once a season. We always put in, this is an inline sediment filter. So they all have a sediment filter on them to help keep the drippers from clogging.
How do you take apart the sediment filter?
How do we take apart the sediment filter? That's a great question. So I'm gonna turn the water off. And this canister unscrews. And this is all in the drip irrigation aisle. This is in there. But the funny thing is usually the ends of these are pipe thread, not garden hose thread. So you have to buy an adapter, and I used all mine. So I had to come up with 1, 2, 3, 4 fitting solution out of the plumbing box to get this going today. So you just dump it out, and it's just got a screen in it. I don't know if you can see, does it show in there?
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of dirt in there. So that's all stuff that would have gone through the drippers. So you just take this and flush it. Just flush it out. And then put it back in. Put the canister back on. Hand tight. And it's ready to go again. So I can actually turn this water on because I've got my timer set up. And these timers are super easy to program. It's just got a couple dials. You set the clock. You set a start time of when you want the water to start. And this isn't set up yet for this year because I don't know what's getting planted out here yet. But you set your start time. This one's flashing 6:15 p.m. right now. You put how long you want it to water for, and it's just all adjusted with this plus and minus right here. Easy. How often? And you do it in, the interval is days. So every 1 day, every 2 days, every 3 days, every 4, every 5, every 6, and then every 7 days, that'd be once a week. And then it goes down to hours if you want it to go once every hour, once every 2 hours, 4 hours, 6, 12. And then it goes back up to the 1 day interval. So we set ours on a 1 day interval because we have to water our garden every day. It gets pretty hot where we live. And then once you get it all set up, move it to auto. That's the current time, done. And we have the supervisor. She's always here supervising. Aren't you, Trixie?
And she bit me earlier.
She bit you?
Rude kitty. What brand are the timers?
These timers are Orbit. Orbit is the brand. I think they're about 30 bucks, or they were the last time I bought them. I'll look it up. I'll put the price right here, the actual real price.
And this is not sponsored.
Not a sponsored video. I'd love it if Orbit did send me some timers. That'd be amazing. So we put these up every spring, and we do take them down in the fall so that they're not out here getting frozen during the winter, because all the water shut off anyway. And then in the winter, we just take them inside and put them in a drawer all in one place so we can find them again. And we've got a bunch of them because we've got gardens and flower beds and stuff everywhere that nobody's got time to water by hand. Do you have time to water by hand, Rachel?
No.
No. Ain't nobody got time for that. Got sheep to show and school to do.
Yeah.
So that's just a little bit today about garden water system. Works well for us. Hopefully, if you're planting your garden on a grand scale, or even not a grand scale, do some automated water with a drip system. You'll thank yourself later for putting the effort in at the beginning, a couple hours to set it all up in the beginning. So I hope this helps you out with your garden, setting up a drip irrigation system. Drip Lock is the brand. Flag drippers are what we use 90% of the time to set up our drip irrigation stuff. These are 1 gallon per hour drippers. And then we also have our Orbit single faucet garden hose timer, an inline sediment filter. Automation is the key to success on the homestead. Automatic animal waters, garden waters. There's a lot to do around this place. So anything we can do to save time and effort, so we can put that time and effort into other things, we're gonna do it. So hope you learned something. Have a good one.